Are you nervous? She's like, she's trying to not act nervous.
I think you talk about that being nervous.
Whenever you're
I
ready.
think it's very endearing.
Okay.
Yeah. People like it a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the vibe.
1, 2, 3, going deep, chatting JT.
Oh, Scooby-Doo Bop and Rub It Down. What's up, Stokers of Stoke Nation? This is Chad Kroger coming in with the Going Deep with Chad and JT podcast. You can put the headphones on.
Okay.
Guys, welcome to episode 94.
Yeah, that sounds right.
94 of or 93. If I get it wrong, sorry. But numbers aren't. I'm not big on numbers. And guys, before we begin, we are brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped, thank you so much for keeping our trims pubed, for looking after our hogs, and making sure that our guano regions are trim. And you take a fresh lawnmower to it because that's your product, and you guys are making sure that when you go down there, it looks like the best cut lawn in the neighborhood. Shout out to Home Improvement, great sitcom, which I watched with my mom growing up, who's in town. But first, I got my compadre, Jean Thomas.
Oh, you didn't have to do me first, but I appreciate it. Let me also say I liked your new intro that you did today.
What did I say?
Scooby-Doo Wop and Scooby Snacks.
And Rub It Down, I
I
think.
met a fly girl and I can't relax. Something like that.
Yeah.
Boom, clap, Stokers. I'm thrilled to be here, and I'm thrilled by our guest.
Yeah, we got my mom, Mrs. Kroger.
What up, guys?
How's it going? What's up, Mrs. Crows?
It's great. Happy to be here.
We're excited to
A little
have
nervous.
you. Oh, me too. Yeah.
All right, it's gonna be fun. We'll just chop it up.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's chop.
Mom, I just want to start off by thanking you for supporting my tanning endeavors.
Oh, of course. We have our priorities.
Was Chad always a big tanner?
Let's see. I have to think back. Yeah, he was.
When
yeah,
did he
well, I
cut-
mean, a California boy.
Right.
too.
When,
Yeah.
When did you know it was his calling?
Probably when he was about 8 or 10, I think, starting the swim team
Yeah.
with the Speedo.
Yeah,
And-
because I cared about the thighs for sure.
Dude, I couldn't wear a Speedo. I remember I'd go to my neighborhood pool and my friend Daniel would wear a Speedo, and I thought
Yeah.
he looked so badass.
Oh, you did?
But I was like, I can't pull it off. Yeah, but he was muscular.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even as a 9-year-old.
It is- it
He's
is
one of
a-
those buff kids.
It is a tough thing to get around. I remember I would ask my mom all the time. I'd be like, how does it look? But you're always supportive.
Oh, yeah. I love Speedos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think I should wear one again? Yeah.
Of course, I think so. Yeah, you could totally rock a Speedo.
Thanks. I think I have a better bulge now. Sorry, Mom.
I'm sure it was always great. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but
Thanks.
you
I
look
wore-
good in a Speedo.
Yeah, I wore tighty whities
Yeah.
for a long time.
Oh, you
I was
did?
my
Yeah.
last friend to switch to boxers.
When did you make the switch?
I think I was like 11 or something, or 12.
Yeah.
And I started going to sleepovers, and I was just like,
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed to go to
No.
sleep. Yeah,
Yeah.
because everyone else was wearing like basketball shorts and boxers, and I was
Right.
just like in
So
my little skivvies.
You didn't have like basketball shorts to like go over them?
No, not until later.
Yeah.
Not until like late junior high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got into boxers pretty quick, huh?
Yeah, I was just trying to think there.
I remember we'd go like Old Navy and
Oh, yeah, I think pretty early.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. But Mom, she always supported the tanning. I remember we got a zip line over our pool.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you Mom, she's always very supportive of gnarly endeavors, like a zip line, our tree house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
BB guns.
Oh yeah, my brother shot me in the neck with a BB gun.
Yeah, my household was full of danger.
Really?
Yeah,
gosh.
same. We had like dirt bikes, and
Yeah.
we'd shoot guns.
Yeah.
And my parents would let me and my brother drive cars when we were like 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just looking back,
Yeah.
I'm like just total reckless parenting.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate it because it was fun as hell.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm just glad I came out of it with all my fingers and limbs intact.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember we got those go-karts.
I was just remembering that, too. And
Yeah.
you must have been about 10.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah,
doing donuts in this
in
little
the street.
go-kart.
That's the best, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were great.
Just tight
Yeah.
concentric circles, smoke coming off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, I think Christmas is like your favorite holiday.
Yeah.
She-
Yeah. it
She's a
really
great
was.
mom on Christmas.
That's awesome.
I get just as excited as the kids, so it was really fun.
To get gifts or to give them?
To give them.
You just like the joy that it elicits?
Oh, yeah. It's like going back to being a kid again.
That's nice.
You can decide, you can think about what you'd really like and then get it for the kids. And it was
Yeah.
always overdoing it. Totally.
That's so nice of you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Where'd you grow up? Where are you from?
I grew up in the Bay Area, NorCal.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like it? Was it a good place to grow
It
up?
was a really good place to grow up. Yeah. Maybe a little boring, but, you know, and we didn't have the good weather
Right.
as SoCal does, but it was a nice place. Yeah.
I know Chad spent
Yeah.
some time up there, and he's told me that the
Yeah.
weather is just. He
Yeah.
curses when he talks about it.
Yeah, I like the Bay Area, but the fog. I mean, San Francisco. You're like, what is going on here?
Mhm.
Like, why? In the summer, it's like 60 degrees,
Yeah.
and you're like, I don't. It just doesn't make sense. It
They're
feels-
not paying homage to Apollo up there.
No,
Oh, no.
I think they did something too. I mean, it feels cursed to be honest.
I think so too.
But
Yeah.
Mom, but you're an artist, so she loved the art, aspect.
Yeah, the art scene down there, and I went to Berkeley as an old Berkeley girl.
How was Berkeley?
It was pretty good. You know, I sort of missed all the
Crazy
Crazy
60s
stuff.
revolution stuff.
all the tanks in the street, and that
Right.
kind of thing. But I was still in the art department, so I would hustle, carry my canvases down the street and to my little apartment.
Yeah, because Berkeley's kind of the tip of the spear for like progressive art and stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
So did you have like exciting
great.
classmates who were doing like weird avant-garde stuff?
Mostly the professors, I think.
They were weirdos.
Yeah, total.
Judith Butler, who are the big professors there?
Oh, let's see. Peter Volkus was the ceramic.
Searly's like a brain guy. I'm just throwing names.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I'll let you go. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Joan Brown was there. Let's see. Carl Caston was great. David Simpson is still painting, still doing really well. I don't know. It was a whole cast of characters, and it was really sort of open and free. And it was the time when, everybody slept with everybody.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, that's what art was about.
Oh, really?
Art sounds cool.
Yeah.
Were the professors
Oh yeah.
cross-pollinating with the students?
Oh totally.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
No HR back then.
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. It was a mess.
Really?
Yeah, it was hard to learn at that
Were there
time.
any scandals, or was it kind of just like a part of life?
It was just a part of life.
Interesting.
I mean, if it went on now, they'd be in deep.
Might make the
Trouble.
news. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so were like students and teacher ever upset at each other because the romance had gone south?
Yeah.
So like the kid would be in class like staring at the teacher like burning holes into them because they're all mad that the teacher didn't show up to a date or something.
I can't remember any friends going through that, but I went through some of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if a professor would come on to you,
Mm.
and I turned him down, and woof.
Really?
Yeah.
They'd be dicks about it, huh?
Oh yeah. His
That's not
comment
good.
was, "Oh, you'll never be an artist. Just go home and be a housewife."
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Did
Throwing
you
shade.
did they ever did you ever get like did they ever intentionally give you like bad grades or fail you?
Not that so
No.
much. No, we weren't threatened in that way. I never had that experience. It
Yeah.
probably did go on.
They'd just be rude to you.
Yeah.
A scorned romantic interest will really try to hurt people.
Yeah.
I know Ryan Adams and Mandy Moore he said similar stuff to her.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they had kind of a toxic marriage
Oh,
at some
interesting.
point. I feel bad dragging their
Yeah.
business out into the street, but it's been on People magazine, so
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
maybe it's all right.
Well, I wonder if was it tough to pick classes sometimes where you're like, oh, Professor Nimbly, he's a horn dog, so stay away.
Yeah.
Nimbly in sculpture, dude.
It can't be trusted.
That dude loves phallic shapes.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah, he's like, all right, class, we're doing another nude sculpture.
yeah.
I'll be the model.
Yeah.
Yeah, every week.
Feel free to mold. Just put a. You're
Yeah,
gonna
if you
put
have to
a
do
cast on me.
Yeah.
We did do that.
Oh, really?
Oh, you did? What's your favorite kind of art?
Let's see. So I've always been a painter. Now I mix it up. So I will get really bored staying in one discipline. So now I just mix it up with photography and tech work and
She has
What's
like
tech
computer.
work?
She has like really cool I'll let you explain it. But, like really cool holograms and stuff, and like works with LED lights.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like you can explain it a little bit further, but they're
Um,
so cool. It's so unique. Like her work, it's so you don't really see it anywhere else. I don't think.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Running animations through LEDs and making large displays, projecting on them. So it's, you bring in all kinds of talents in that way. And you also get to collaborate with really fun people who know what they're doing. In that way, I think it's the best, is collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you're which part of it are you responsible for?
The idea,
Right.
basically.
And then you kind of delegate to these
And
people
then I
who
bring
can kind
in
of put it
people
together.
like animators or
Right.
the engineers that help with the LEDs. I mean, I'm sort of in with all of it, but I'm not.
Jack of all trades,
Yeah.
master of none kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's so cool too that you work with all these people with different like skill sets, because then you can kind of like glean information from all of them. It's like
Yeah.
you're always learning stuff.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
It's always a push.
So did you push Chad to be
An
artist
artist.
activist?
I don't
You-
think
you-
we were pushing that hard at.
You pushed me to be creative. I think if she saw like creativity or something, you'd encourage it.
Yeah, didn't you win the best artist in your class in
Best artist. Did
in
I
the
win
fifth
best
or
artist?
sixth grade?
He's modest.
What did I win?
But I think I saw
Yeah,
that
I think
ribbon in
you
your
did.
room still.
Did I? What's up?
No, I'm kidding. I'm like, I think I still saw that ribbon in your room.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. It's
No,
mounted.
I did win in high school. I think you remember this. Most likely to have a talk show.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is a talk show.
Yeah.
I know.
Those kids
most
knew what
likely,
was coming.
Most likely to go deep. Mom, you bring that up a lot. You're like,
Yeah,
I knew.
I knew. Yeah, he was destined for something original.
Yeah, because you told me he won a talent show in like
In fifth grade.
In fifth grade for dancing, right?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Out of the blue. I had no idea.
Right, like you were
Yeah,
like
I was-
on the low training for it.
Yeah, because I didn't want people to know I was dancing. I was like kind of shy about it. But then when the time came, I busted out the moonwalk.
Yeah.
What? And his discipline when it comes to his craft
Oh,
is
he taught
incredible.
himself the whole thing.
Yeah, because I can imagine you just like rehearsing your butt off in fifth grade, like Whiplash style.
I remember I
Yeah.
remember I did it, and someone was like, "Do you do that do you teach yourself that by yourself?" And I was like, "Yeah." They're like trying to clown on me. I'm like, "Well, can you do it?"
Right.
Yeah.
So suck it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But I think and you lived in Paris for a
I
while.
did, I
After
did.
was that after college?
That was in the middle of college. I dropped
Okay.
out for a while.
Whoa,
went to
nice.
live
That's
in
fun.
Paris. Yeah, ran away.
What was Paris like?
Oh, it was great. It was challenging. you
How
know.
so?
I had very little money, and I knew very little French.
Did you go out there solo?
I did. I wanted to be a painter, an artist. So I'd read all these books about all the painters living in Paris. And so I just took myself there, and it was quite a challenge.
What was the art scene like out there?
I think I just did a lot of studying on my own and took a few classes and went to the museums quite a bit. And I just had very little money. I lived in a little hovel place with the bathroom down the hall and, sort of a classic little Paris atelier. And I worked with a sculptor for a while to make money.
Was it fun?
Yeah, it was fun.
What
it
prompted
was
you to come
challenging.
back?
Well, that's sort of a long story.
Okay. We don't have
You
to.
have
go
to
there.
tell it,
Yeah,
yeah.
we can keep moving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe for the follow-up episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long were you there?
I was there for a year. Mhm.
Okay.
And I had planned to stay and live there,
Yeah.
but family things got in the way.
Right.
So that's basically what I came back for, a visit at home, and ended up staying and ended up getting married 3 months later.
Wow, fast.
I know.
That's a whirlwind romance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the proposal coming or no?
It was pretty fast. Yeah.
So you were a little surprised or no?
No, I think I knew it was coming, but it was a whirlwind for sure.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That suits my romantic soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it sounds kind of rom-commy,
Yeah.
or maybe more romantic than rom.
Yeah, maybe
than
not even the commie part.
Yeah, maybe just rom.
Rom-communist.
Yeah.
No, no, no.
And was
That's a different genre.
was Aunt Bonnie engaged to Chris at that point?
Yeah.
So her best friend married my uncle
Yeah.
from growing up.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they were engaged before.
Yeah,
and,
because I'd known both of them
Yeah.
through high school. So I came
Oh,
home.
so they were together.
They were
though?
together. I came home for their wedding to be in their wedding.
And Chris is your dad's brother?
Yes.
Yeah. And that's when I met.
So you guys' families
His
have
dad.
known each other since early in y'all's lives?
My parents and his parents, more or less. Yeah, I knew.
Because your siblings were dating.
Yeah, I knew his family from long ago, because his granddad was a surgeon as well, and I used to candy stripe at the hospital.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
So I met him. I knew him, and I'd been over to their house before, but we met at the wedding of my best friend,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was 3 months later. Yeah.
All these details are kind of fuzzy to me.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to
5
hear
kids.
again.
Weddings are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you guys have a fun wedding?
We did, but the wedding in those days was a lot more low key.
Yeah.
It was pretty.
It wasn't like an industry like it is today.
No.
Where it's like everything has to like be a certain level of like,
No, not at all.
what is it, grandeur or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No wedding planner. I mean, we made our dresses, for instance.
Oh really?
Yeah, all the bridesmaids made their
Oh.
dresses. Yeah.
Oh cool.
We just had hors d'oeuvres and a funky band.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. And then our uncle Mike too. Was he in the art scene kind of, or more like? 'Cause he was with like
Oh, yeah.
Grateful Dead kind of stuff.
And my brother Mike still does now.
Yeah.
He drew psychedelic posters, and very, very talented. And yeah, his posters are in that grand book of a collection of old psychedelic posters, and
For like the Grateful Dead, right? Or just in general?
just in general. But he was at UC Santa Barbara, and so he made a poster for all those guys. Jesse Winchester. Let's see. I can't remember the band's name.
So he was kind of deep into like the Deadhead, like hippie scene?
Sort of. A little bit.
Or just a
A
fan of
little
it when
bit
it came
after that.
through?
He loves any kind of music, so he
Right.
was into, let's see, sort of Buffalo Springfield.
Oh, the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, it's just such a
Yeah.
beautiful song.
And
I know that's like the biggest hit, but that's the one that
yeah.
comes to mind at least. Yeah.
Joni Mitchell is
Sure.
a big favorite of
Yeah.
his. Yeah.
Did he get to meet those folks
I don't. A few. Yeah.
when they came into town? I think like
They used to give concerts down there.
yeah,
Yeah.
like Bill Graham and like
Oh, totally, Bill Graham.
Jan
Yeah.
Wenner and all those guys.
Young Bloods.
Yeah. It's a really
Led
interesting
Zeppelin, I
scene.
think.
I mean, there's books about it from like every which perspective.
It's
it's like
crazy.
so much stuff was born out of that.
He was
Yeah.
right in the middle of it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Altamont.
Oh, yeah, Altamont.
That's cool.
The Hells Angels got hired to. The Rolling Stones hired the Hells Angels to be their security at a
Oh
concert.
right, I heard that.
Really?
And they just killed a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, which kind of ruined the concert. And some people say ruined the 60s.
Really?
Along with the Manson murders and the death of
Oh,
like
damn.
Hendrix and Morrison. And,
yeah.
Yeah. Did they parted ways after that?
Yeah, I think they stopped hiring the Hells Angels to do anything.
Like, look, you took it too far.
Yeah.
It was an open container.
The Hells Angels were interesting too because at first the hippies loved them because they were all living outside the law and the hippies
Yeah.
kind of romanticized the Hells Angels.
Yeah.
But then like during Vietnam, the Hells Angels volunteered to go kill all the Vietnam people.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, we'll go kill them all for you. And the hippies were like, no, don't do that. And so they kind of were at loggerheads about that.
Damn.
I don't think it was ever a perfect marriage. Kind of different sensibilities.
Yeah.
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 Oh, that's
But
fun.
I'd love to be in a biker gang. I love it. You ever see a biker gang drive by?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're
Dude.
just roaring. You can hear them from 3 miles
Those
down the
bikes
road.
are beautiful, too.
Yeah, they look cool.
The camaraderie,
Yeah.
leather,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Chaps.
You get patches.
Chaps.
We ran into the Mongols, another gang in Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
and it was really scary. But I was drunk and dancing, so I kind of disconnected a little bit from it. But like guys had like in training patches that said they were like not full members yet. And then I think I've said on here before, the women had like property of tug, like property
Yeah.
of which guy they date. Yeah. And then you'd go into the bathroom and they'd make you wait, and then they'd tell you when you could use a stall.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's, I can't believe they still exist. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We should start like a non-violent. I mean, I don't think you'd support me on motorcycle, but maybe
Yeah.
a non-violent sort of scooter gang.
We're going to do a scooter. I mean, we are a scooter gang.
Yeah.
We've taken
Oh, I
some
think
photos and stuff.
Yeah.
And we ride pretty deep
Oh,
around
for
town.
sure. I think you'd rock some scooter leather. I could see you.
No.
But it's a
The-
mom of Chad.
Yeah.
You know? Yours could be progeny
She-
of Mrs. Kroger.
She'd be stoked on it, I think.
But I do have the picture of you two and Strider in my studio
Oh, you do?
with your scooters.
With
oh
the-
yeah,
Oh,
that
really?
was, yeah, that
Oh,
was
that's
a great
so nice of
picture.
you.
with
Thank
the with the
you.
wheels
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
the wheels?
Yeah.
That was a fun one.
We had a great background. It's such an opportune moment.
Yeah.
That was so fun.
Everyone had good poses, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
The longer we do this stuff, the better I get at posing for things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now when people take like photos at like family functions, I'm like, oh, I'm ready for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just turn it on real quick.
Oh, that's
yeah.
funny.
Yeah. Yeah, before, people would try and take a photo, I'd just give a half-ass smile, know?
Yeah.
But now, I have 4 or 5 looks just in the chamber. Just boom,
Ready
boom,
to go.
boom, boom.
What do
So
you
I'm
need?
like, you guys have variety. I'll leave it to you.
That's funny.
Yeah, you're like circle number 3 and 5. I think those were the best. And then you walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool, Mom. Yeah, Mom, she had a studio growing up all the time. You're always doing art.
Always doing art.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's the process like for you? Do you like listen to music while you do your art, or is it quiet? What do you
Oh.
do?
I'm more on the quiet side. I get really distracted if I have heavy music on. But I know this sounds kind of dorky, but I'll put on spa music or something, so
Sure.
it's not distracting to
Yeah.
me. And then when I'm doing the work, after I've sort of figured out what the point of it is, what the goal or theme is, then I can play better music. But I'm pretty much by myself every day in there for 5 or 6 hours.
And where does the inspiration come from?
Like you guys know, just sitting down and getting out the notebook, quieting your mind, and writing.
Well, I think I have a lot of Mom's. I have a lot of her inspiration in me because in our work, because her artwork is so. If you look at it, it's kind of like stoke-inducing. Like some of her paintings, very like those the pink ones. You remember?
Uh-huh.
They just lift you up. Like her work's always been it lifts you up. Like and then the cosmos.
Yeah.
She has this piece. Maybe you want to explain it, but it's LEDs and it's sort of like an animation of like the beginning of the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
maybe you could dive into more of the details.
It's about 8 feet long by 5 feet high. It's like a big LED display, but you don't realize they're LEDs. There's a screen in front of it that diffuses the lights. So it's real slow moving animation, but in real saturated colors. It's of, I was inspired by the movie Melancholia. Did you ever see that?
Oh, the Lars
movie?
von Trier movie?
Yeah.
Whoa. You know what?
Yeah.
I've never seen it. I know a lot about it. I know it's very heavy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got some like deep existentialism in
Oh
it.
yeah, it does. Uh-huh.
Is a planet's colliding with Earth.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's like very slow, right?
Very
it's like very
slow.
slow and drawn out. It's not like an Armageddon. It's sort of like they're like slowly inching closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're-
I've seen a lot of his movies, and I mean, he's got like kind of a bleak worldview.
Yeah, it's pretty bleak. Yeah.
he's a psycho too. He's a weird guy.
Yeah, he's a weird guy.
Have you heard about like his directing
Yeah.
habits?
Oh
Like,
no, not too much.
when he directed Bjork in Dancer in the Dark, she plays a woman who's going blind, and he used to lock her in her trailer. Like she'd go
Oh,
to
right.
leave to go use the bathroom, and he'd lock it.
Oh,
And then I
jeez.
think sometimes he'd like switch off the lights in there just to get her into like a chaotic mindset where she'd be freaking out, like, let me the fuck out of here. And
Oh
then he'd be
my
like,
God.
once he heard that, he's like, okay, she's ready. And then he'd like let her out and be like, all right, let's shoot.
Yeah.
And I mean, he got a good performance out of her, but
Yeah.
I think it probably could have been there without that stuff.
Well, there's a lot of stuff going on with melancholia too, because
Right.
I think right away there was some feedback with Kirsten Dunst. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly what it was about. If it was about how he directed on set. Or
Yeah.
something.
I think Nicole
something was-
Kidman too said it was kind of. She did a movie with him and said it was
Yeah.
a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
He's a weird guy.
He's a weird guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were inspired by Melancholia in your Cosmos piece.
Yeah. So the animation is the moon rising and another moon coming in, another planet coming in. They explode.
They collide.
They collide, and then it goes into the universe, sort of disintegrating into pieces of energy. I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
So when you do something like that, are you thinking about the end of the world when you make that, or is it more metaphorical for you, or you just like the way the images work?
I don't think I was thinking about the end of the world so much as sort of what the universe is made from.
Right.
And, like we say sometimes we're all stardust.
Right.
And-
Deepak Chopra. We went to
Yeah.
the Deepak Chopra Center together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we are, right? We're all the intergalactic guts.
We're
Yeah,
all
we
we're all
are.
one. Yeah. We're all
Yeah.
made from the same stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was more like about that and sort of disintegrating this world into smaller particles.
Right.
Yeah, because when you watch it, it's very, it's an uplifting piece.
Yeah.
Like the music to it is kind of, I don't want to say it's like Space Mountain, but it has that sort of like, you're like, ooh, like, it's very mesmerizing, and it feels like rebirth as opposed to like death.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way it should
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
end with the end. The end
Yeah.
is the beginning of the next thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
feels like a regeneration of life, just like a more positive spin, like circle of life.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to look at it. It just
Yeah.
keeps going.
Yeah.
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 In some iteration.
Yeah, and then it
Yeah.
loops, so it does go on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
piece keeps playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Well, you mentioned Stardust. Mom took me to the Deepak Chopra Center.
Yeah.
She took me to this program. It was like healing the scars from your past. People who've been through
gosh.
much more traumatic things than
Yeah,
I.
there was a lot of trauma
Yeah,
there.
I was like the youngest guy there, about like 15 years, at least.
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember that? So they they had a part where it's like you have to write down the worst things you've done in your life and confess them to the person next to you.
Oy.
And I was just there, like Mom, like we were just kind of like, ooh, Deepak Chopra, this will be fun.
Yeah.
And it was much more heavy than we anticipated.
Yeah.
And I was next to this guy, and he's like, you had to write down like the worst things you've done, like say it to the person next to you. And so the guy next to me said something like horrible. It was like, I don't want to expose his secrets, but traumatic stuff.
Yeah.
Or like someone would be like, my parents molested me or something.
Right.
And then I'd be like, yeah, I ghosted someone one time.
Oh man, you did that? No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
And the guy's
Dude, bro.
thank you for sharing that. And everyone's like crying, and I was like, Mom, what are we doing?
They have to take everyone equally seriously.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
treat yours like it's
They're-
as grave as theirs.
They're like,
Yeah.
thank you, brother.
Right.
You are a better man now. And I'm like, yeah.
And they all wanted to talk to Chad because he's sort of an enlightened young man.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find that it's stuff like that. People are attracted to the young people.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Yeah, because most people, they feel like they get into it too late or something. So they're
Right,
always
yeah.
kind of,
Yeah.
there's like, they're drawn almost by their envy to this young person who's like kind of figuring it out.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's really true.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we always sort of vibed off that stuff. We love that sort of like spiritual kind of like
Mm-hmm.
meditation or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's just fun.
Oh, you're on top of it.
And
yeah.
it's just very it's kind of, you go there and you leave feeling good, which like it's, you listen to like Deepak or whatever, you're like, that's very nice. I'm ready to go tackle the world now.
It's nice just to be in proximity to it. It's inspiring.
It
Because
is
I'm always
inspiring,
like,
yeah.
I got to stay on it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And keep trying to be happy.
Yeah.
You know? And you got to try. It's like,
Yeah.
it's the effort counts.
Yeah.
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 It puts things in perspective too, so that you can sort of feel relief and you can look at things
Right.
a different
Unload
way.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
So
sort of
it's
like
uplifting.
shifting your perspective.
Right.
So you can just feel better about things in general. And then, he has you do like meditations, like guided meditations, and you do feel great after. So you're
Yeah.
like, there's really no, whatever beliefs you have, at least you leave feeling good.
You do.
Yeah, and he
Uh,
can spin. I mean, like when I say spin, I mean he can talk. Like
Ooh.
like I've watched him
Yeah.
in debates against like atheist writers that I used to be really keen on. I mean, I still
Yeah.
like them, but I just don't visit it as much.
Mhm.
But like he's unbelievable on the mic.
Oh,
yeah.
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 And then my mom actually went to Landmark Forum, which is like a place where you go to like get over trauma and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And so for the first session, like the first couple days, she loved it.
Yeah.
She was like, "It's the best thing that I've ever done, Jean Thomas. It's changing my life."
Yeah.
And then
cute.
she called me a couple weeks later. She's like, "I left. Fuck those people." And then I was kind of disappointed. I was like, "You should have finished it out." I'm like, "What'd they make you do?" She goes, "We were in a big circle, and they wanted us all to say that we hated ourselves, and I wouldn't do it. They were like, say you hate yourself,' and she's like, "I won't say it," and she just walked out.
I'm out of here.
I was like, it was probably a step in a bigger thing, Mom, where at the
Yeah.
end you were gonna love yourself, and she's like,
Yeah.
"No, fuck that. I wouldn't say it." She'll like drink like a little bit of the
She
Kool-Aid.
got it right away.
Yeah,
That's great.
She'll
That's
she'll
great.
like join every cult for like a minute.
Yeah.
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 That's hilarious.
That is hilarious. That's great.
Mom, you've been lifting lately.
Oh yeah.
She got into lifting like 3 months ago.
Oh really?
Oh,
Have you been
yeah.
enjoying it?
Yeah, a lot.
I just
Yeah.
got back into lifting. I had some shoulder issues, and I went to the gym yesterday, and I was
Yeah.
throwing around some.
Oh,
weight.
really?
Yeah.
That
were?
felt great.
Some hang cleans. Oh, it felt so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have a rotator cuff problem?
I have like hyperelasticity, so the ball and socket
Oh.
just gets super loose,
Yeah.
and then I get all this crepitus, and then other muscles compensate, and I get out of line, and I just got to be aware of it
Ouch.
and
Yeah.
listen to my body.
Yeah.
But so you're doing like squats now and stuff,
Yeah.
right? The fundamental compound lifts.
Well, Chad inspired me,
It was more like Mark.
and Mark.
I mean, he was always inspired to work out. And then my brother, he's much more like persuasive. He's like, "Mom, listen, you need to do squats
Yeah, he
and
did.
you need to do cleans." do you remember what he said to you?
No.
Oh, you don't? I remember he told me.
Were you
he's like-
there?
he
Yeah.
called me. He's like, "Just had a conversation with Mom. She's gonna start doing squats now."
Hey, that's good looking out. Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Bill texted me and he said it's all in the squats.
Well, because Bill does Mark's like a tank, but Bill's
Yeah.
really strong too,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He
Yeah.
because I saw him doing CrossFit
Yeah.
photos when we were in New York, and it was like he was moving weight.
Oh, really?
He
Yeah.
has big arms now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're all of them are really fit. I went to CrossFit with Bill in New York, and he got me a trainer, and that was really fun
Yeah, it's cool.
to work out in his gym.
I've never done the full CrossFit thing, but I've done some of the lifts and
No,
stuff.
it was for me. It was just a workout. He's doing the full.
Yeah,
thing.
I've done 2 classes with them.
How was it?
It's good. We just, carried sandbags around a block. I'm like, all right.
Up and down over the bridge.
Yeah. Yeah. But you do feel very accomplished after. You're like, I'm
Right.
glad I think there's the teamwork and then being outside
Yeah.
and then just carrying something like a sandbag. I think it feels much more raw than like lifting like, especially like machines and stuff.
Yeah.
So there is like a more, you get more in touch with your, what's the
Primal?
primal nature.
Yeah, I totally agree. Those
Yeah.
functional like kind of movements too,
Yeah.
Because if you're just at the gym and you just have some like shoulder press that's just stuck on like kind of an axis,
Yeah.
it's like very rigid.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But then when you're outside like flipping tires or swinging hammers,
Yeah.
you feel like a man. You're like, all right, yeah, I'm doing some.
It's
fucking man-
functional.
excuse my
That's
language.
really man stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're like, I'm a man. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I go home and someone's like, hey, can you use this screwdriver? I'm like, no shot.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but I can lift a wheelbarrow.
I can
of
flip a
them.
tire. if you
Yeah,
need.
yeah.
Mom, what's your workout consist of?
Well, I have to say that Mark was really great,
Yeah.
and he inspired me to start as well, and he called and found a trainer for me, and
Oh, he found the trainer?
yeah, Ruth, and
Uh-huh.
she's the best trainer in the whole world.
Yeah.
Just mellow and really cool, but really strong. So she does a little bit of everything. We're doing
Yeah.
some lifting and we're doing some boxing now.
Yeah,
I
she's-
love boxing.
She's hitting the mitts.
It's so
Oh,
fun.
you're hitting the mitts? It's
Yeah.
great. It's great for your hand-eye coordination, too.
Oh, yeah.
I just got back into that. I started doing Muay Thai this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
What is that?
Muay Thai, it's 8-point striking system. So
Yeah.
boxing is just your hands, but
Yeah.
Muay Thai is hands, elbows, knees, and feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So some of the same fundamentals, but just slightly tweaked and probably
Yeah.
more comprehensive.
Yeah.
Saw Willie Dynamite there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was teaching the kids class, and then,
Oh,
and
really?
then we did the same class together afterwards.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
Lovely guy.
That's awesome. How's
Yeah.
he doing?
jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, super buff.
He's huge.
Yeah. And
Great name.
Willie
Yeah.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
He's a good comic.
Yeah, he's a funny
Yeah.
guy.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Do you like throwing the hands?
Oh, yeah. It feels great.
And do you and Ruth, you guys talk a lot? Like, do you have good
Yeah.
chemistry?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's really fun.
Yeah, it's really fun.
When you're working out with someone and you can just like also just like enjoy it socially.
Yeah. Now we're best friends.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
Hell yeah.
Oh, boy.
I wonder what else we could talk about. I mean, she's the mother of 5. I'm the 5th one.
Yeah. I mean,
How was it having 5 kids?
busy.
You spaced it out, so
Yeah, it was like 3 and 2.
yeah. It wasn't really like cheaper by the dozen kind of status. It was like you had 3, and then they were
And then,
pretty much grown up, and then Mark and I.
well, let's see, it's 10 years
Yeah, I think
between
What's
Mark and Bill, so. it's-
Yeah, what's between me and Bridge? 8? No.
No.
9?
Yeah, no. 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of they're almost like in pods.
So yeah, 3 in the one pod and then 2 in the second pod.
That's Mark and I. We're in the second pod. And then
Yeah.
The older
Mhm.
ones are Bill, Bridget, and Noel.
It was really fun, I have to say. I loved doing it.
Really?
But it was heck of a lot of work.
I always like I kind of I'm like a very positive person, but I think of things in kind of a negative way, and I'm always like, it seems so scary to have kids, you know? Like I'd
Yeah.
just be nervous all the time. Or do you just kind of adapt to
You
it?
do. You just adapt. I know. I think when you think ahead, when is a good time, and it's such a scary time to have kids and all this stuff right now, which I totally understand. But
Right.
you get in it, you go with the momentum, I think. And you get more into it, and then it's fun.
What's the most fun age to have it? Like when is a kid the most fun?
Probably from 3 to 12.
That's a big
Yeah.
window.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, 12 they start to get a little vicious.
Yeah.
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 Middle school kids are dicks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We had fun though,
We had a lot of fun.
because my brother went off to boarding school for
Uh-huh.
high school, so we would watch Last Samurai together. We watched a ton. We watched
Great
American
movie.
Pie 2 together.
Mm-hmm.
That was very great for my development, and we watched Last
Just
Samurai.
you two?
I learned a lot, too.
Yeah, we were like dynamic duo, just crushing movies. Last Samurai. Then we got these. We watched Troy.
Uh-huh.
Then we got these like samurai swords. We would just have katana
And
fights.
Star Wars.
That's
Star Wars.
awesome.
When I was in like 7th grade,
Yeah. Yeah.
we would just duel
Yeah.
with these plastic swords. It was fun.
It was really
And
fun.
then my stepdad Jack came in. He's like, "What are you guys doing?" Like sword fighting. What does it look like? We had fun.
That's great. What's your favorite movie?
Oh, boy, that is a good question. I liked really dramatic, heavy, melodramatic
Oh, yeah, you're
movies,
speaking my
like
language.
Cries and Ingmar Bergman movies.
Whoa, nice.
Cries
yeah.
and Whispers.
I tried to watch Wild Strawberries the other day, and
Oh.
I got too bored.
Yeah.
I bailed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to go back to it. Yeah.
Last Tango in Paris, I thought.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Marlon Brando movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Bernardo Bertolucci. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just watched his movie, The Conformist. It's good. He's a
Oh.
beautiful filmmaker. Like the cinematography
Yeah.
and the shot compositions and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. But Last Tango in Paris now, there's a
I know.
it's
a whole nother side of it.
yeah, it's like kind of ugly now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Because so the main actress in it was young, probably a teenager even at the
Oh,
time.
right.
And
Yeah.
Marlon Brando and the director kind of took liberties with her without telling her what they were going to do before they shot the scene.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
right.
So
Yeah, okay.
Marlon
I've
Brando
heard
was
about
kind of
this.
like,
He was really creepy in it.
yeah.
Very creepy.
And that's the character, but
Yeah.
they didn't separate how they made the movie to what was in the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't understand why I like that movie, but I think it was so.
Well, it's brilliant. People, it's like
yeah.
a classic movie. Yeah. It's in Roger Ebert's great movies.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
And I was a teen. It was sort of like enlightening at the
Yeah.
time, really erotic and. Sorry.
What?
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, Mom.
I felt the same way about like a Clockwork
dude.
Orange or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, Mom. Erotic? What?
Listen, I didn't even know what manscaping was till you
Oh
guys
right,
started
yeah, I
talking
did
about
drop that bomb on her. Yeah, when we were coming here, she's like, "So do you do the Manscaped thing every time, or is it a plug?" I'm like, "It's every time." What do you think about Manscaped, Mom?
I have no idea.
Fair.
Every time.
That's a new one for me.
Manscaping.
Hmm
Yeah,
Girlscaping, I know. Womenscaping, I know, but
Mm-hmm.
you should start that company. Compete with Manscaped.
I think that train's passed,
Yeah.
gone out of the station or whatever you say.
Womenscaping. That would be a funny if a competitor comes out, Womenscaping. You're like,
Yeah, and it's started by your mom, and then there's like a fierce family rivalry over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a movie. I'd watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about movies, though, Legends of the Fall was a really great one.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she loves Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Tristan in that movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's beautiful in that. I think that's actually him at his
In his
most beautiful
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
such a mysterious badass in it, you know?
I had a big poster of him.
He's
over
brooding.
the fireplace.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did?
Yeah.
Oh, right, you did.
Because you were my brother, I'll forgive you for that once. Once. when his brother Aiden Quinn challenges his love.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Julie Ormond. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because the brother dies. Samuel's dead. And then he goes, how convenient for you. Whoa. Whoa, shots
I remember
fired.
all these details. That's
That
great.
was a big movie in my household.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all loved it.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Good music too.
Yeah.
I think you really sort of instilled like you need to have a respect for Brad Pitt.
Oh yeah.
Who was Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise?
Um,
Who are the dudes?
yeah, Tom Cruise.
That's probably the top of the heap right there.
Yeah,
Who's the guy that?
I remember she would just see Brad Pitt. She's like, he's the man. He's the man. So now today I'm like, he is the man.
Oh, Mel Gibson was the man for a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tequila
Yeah.
Sunrise. I think
Oh,
that's,
yeah.
him and his peak
Yeah.
hotness.
Yeah.
I don't know why I went there. He's a great actor, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he did that one, What Women Want, with Helen Hunt.
He's so charming in that.
Yeah, he was very charming in that. And then the shit hit the fan after
Right.
that, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's funny. All these things were mentioned. They have like a shadow side to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an interesting guy. I mean, because he directs, too. And he does, like Apocalypto. Did you see that one?
No.
Yeah, I saw
No.
that.
It's like an action movie that takes place in like Mayan times in Central America.
Oh, I
And-
remember. Yeah.
They use their foreign language, right?
Yeah.
They use like the Mayan. Is it Mayan? Is that what you
I
call
forget
it?
which civilization it was, but
Yeah.
something
They do a
adjacent to that. I
They do a
hope.
sacrifice in it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he likes
yeah.
to break bodies down. He breaks his own
Yeah.
shoulder in like
Oh,
4
right.
movies.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
got
yeah.
a lot of blood and guts in all of his movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And The Patriot.
Oh,
Oh.
Right?
that was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. How can I forget about the Patriot?
Yeah.
Well, you got Heath Ledger in there too.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a
Man.
great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun to watch.
He's a tough dude, Mel. But like Apocalypto, I feel like he was on. I think he does a lot of cocaine. If I
Oh,
had to
does he?
guess.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's where those movies come out of.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
It's a lot of coke. Even The Passion of the Christ, I
Yeah.
think is.
Do you think he ever comes out of it and he's like, maybe this isn't the best idea, and then hops back in?
I think that's exactly what he does.
Yeah.
I think he comes out of it and then he hops back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've actually had
Yeah.
some meetings now and heard stories about other super famous actors who are just off the rails half the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you hear that about big comedians too. I think if you get to a certain level of success, you can insulate yourself with enough
Substance.
enough substances and people to
Oh,
look
right.
out for you when you're making
Yeah.
mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that it doesn't ever fully get off the track. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed I was on set for a show this
Mm-hmm.
week. And you could see it with like the makeup people. They're like, your skin's perfect. You look great. You're like Tom Cruise. And I was like, thank
They were
you."
saying that to you?
Yeah.
That's
But
great.
I was just like, but then I was like, oh, I think this is what happens. That people just like
Oh.
compliment you all day.
It goes to your
That's
head.
true.
when
You
you're on
start
set.
to
Yeah.
believe it.
When you're on
Mhm.
set and then you just leave and you're like,
Hmm.
the skin is on fire.
Right.
I don't know.
And then you went to
I
Zen in the
support that.
Park?
Yeah, Zen in the Park was awesome. Did I tell you about that?
No.
So it was just like this DJ Zed, his like outdoor concert,
Uh-huh.
and it was fun. He puts on a really great show. He actually uses a lot of LEDs.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of lights, and there's a lot of like pyrotechnics and stuff, and like, so he puts together like a really fun mix. So,
Oh, fun.
yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, but the light show, I was thinking about you because it was just it was like before he comes out, it's like space kind of, and then he just like appears and it's like doo 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 doo. But it's cool.
That's nice. Guys, we have some topics too to keep it on Hollywood. Todd Phillips, the director of the new Joker movie, did an interview with the New York Times, and he talked about how Joaquin Phoenix was like so deep into the character that he would just walk off set sometimes while they were shooting. But the article notes never with Robert De Niro, because I guess he could keep his neuroses in line for the legend. But when he wasn't around, he was on his own thing and just was like, look, I can't take it anymore. I got to get out of here.
Really?
Yeah. But I don't think he said that. I think he just took off. But I kind of like it. I like that there's guys who have the latitude to do that stuff, and also they're not ashamed to do it.
Yeah.
You know, I think some people would be embarrassed. I like that he's like, no, I can't do it. I got to just walk. And he would just walk out of a scene while the cameras were rolling.
Really?
Just walk out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
that's heavy stuff.
Yeah, I remember what you were saying about the Joker part.
Yeah, it's creepy. Really creepy. I saw
Yeah.
a trailer for that movie the other day. Ooh.
Yeah.
And it always reminds me of Heath Ledger too, right?
Right.
Isn't that the last part that he played?
I think so. One of the
Yeah.
last ones.
He had,
yeah.
he had one more after it.
Oh,
but
he
I think,
did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm Not There, or The Brothers Grimm, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, the smeared makeup and the lipstick that's off, all around his mouth. It's so creepy.
You don't like that creepy stuff?
Well, you're kind of like,
No.
why are they doing it again?
I know.
It seems
Yeah.
like a curse.
Yeah, yeah.
Let sleeping dogs lie. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I think I can understand it. He's working hard.
Yeah.
don't know.
Method
He's
actor.
good. He's a really good actor.
He's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really good.
have you seen Her?
No.
I just watched Her. He's good in Gladiator too.
Really
oh,
good.
really?
Yeah.
Commodus.
Yeah.
Did you like
I
her?
don't remember that.
I liked Her. Yeah. It was it's
I thought the ending
Yeah.
was kind of whack.
the ending was kind of it got weird, because he's like I'm in love with I'm dating my computer. I didn't think he told.
That one.
I didn't think.
Yeah,
he,
I did see.
You did see it?
that. Yeah.
I didn't think he told people about it. I mean, that was kind of weird. He was very open about it. He's like, I'm dating my OS.
Right.
Oh, Scarlett Johansson was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I thought was an interesting aspect of it that he's like telling people about. I thought it was like something he kept to before I saw the movie. I thought it was something he
Right.
kept to himself.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of normal in the movie. Like other people
Yeah.
are doing it.
Yeah. I thought it was like this whole novel thing where it's like he's the first guy to actually like fall in love.
Right.
But
But don't you think that could happen? I mean, so easily.
Yeah.
I mean, even when
Totally.
I talk to Alexa,
Yeah.
I ask her to tell me something nice, so I'll feel better.
Yeah.
You know what I liked
Do
about?
you really?
Yeah.
What do you say?
I just say, I'm sort of down today. Could you tell me how good I am?
Oh, really? What does she say?
What does
does.
Alexa say?
I don't know.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she'll give you compliments.
Does she say you're great?
Yeah.
Really?
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Maybe we should try it right now. Can I try?
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Give it a
try it,
shot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alexa, I'm feeling down today. Can you? What do you say?
Oh, you have to do Siri on this phone.
Oh, right. Oh, does Siri do it?
I don't know. You have to
What-
try.
what do you-
Siri's not as nice, but give it
Yeah.
a shot.
What do you say? I'm feeling down today. Can you cheer me up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Siri, I'm feeling down today. Can you cheer me up?
I don't know what you mean by Siri, I'm feeling down today.
Oh, she's playing games with you, dog.
How about a web search for it?
No,
yeah.
I don't think she's into you.
Oh. Shoot.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
You know what I like about the movie Hers? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
How long do they compliment you for?
Oh, just a couple good compliments, and then
Yeah.
you can ask another question. And I mean, you could do it all day.
Does it help?
Yeah.
That's so funny. I love it though. I
I
want to get
know.
Alexa.
Yeah, I like Alexa a lot.
We read an article about farm entertainment, which is that a lot of farms are having a hard time making money right now. I guess it's just a tough industry.
Uh-huh.
So to compensate, they've a lot of farms have put vegetable blasters like rockets on their farms. So people come and visit, and they just shoot corn and pumpkins out of heavy artillery guns at cars and stuff like that.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
It's
And
awesome.
agritainment, they call it, is a $1 billion industry.
No.
Really?
Yes.
Already?
Really?
Yeah.
Where's this
goat
happening?
yoga, corn mazes, and then these blasting the shit out of vegetables. Yeah, and onions don't work; they explode in the air. So just keep that in mind.
Where are they doing this? Just in the Midwest?
Yeah, I think so.
Weird.
Yeah,
You guys could do that instead of paintballing.
Yeah.
give that a
good
try.
call.
I'd love to try it.
Yeah.
There was a great quote too from one of the farmers when they asked him why he does it. He goes, "We're fat Americans and we play with our food."
Dude, I love it. That's hilarious. Dude, cannons are so fun. I remember the guy, our neighbor, he had a potato gun launcher.
Amazing.
What
yeah.
Damon?
Oh,
There was
I
always a
forget.
neighbor
Yeah.
named Damien.
yeah.
Damien, who
Which is a
became-
devil name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a tough guy. He became
Yeah.
a Marine, but before that,
Yeah.
he was launching potatoes at trash cans on the street.
Beast, dog.
Yeah. I remember my dad came out and he just has this thing dunk, and just nailing our garbage can. My dad's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And he's like, "I got a new potato gun launcher." I remember one of my first memories, Mom, is of you shooting a wedding cake. She was shooting a wedding cake with a shotgun
Oh, yeah.
for a wedding photo.
Oh, yeah. For another artist, we were doing a video, and I had to put on the cowboy boots and a hat and shoot the wedding cake.
Nice.
Yeah.
With a shotgun.
With a
Was it
shotgun.
12 gauge or 20?
I don't know.
You like shooting guns?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
but but don't get me wrong. I hate guns, really.
No, me too. We've
Yeah.
talked about it on here. I don't want to get into it. It upsets some people.
Yeah.
I think it's really fun to shoot them, but it's just
Yeah.
it's
not
hard
right
now.
but yeah.
yeah.
It's really
Some of the
hard
joy's
now.
been stripped. Yeah, but this another good thing about this agritainment is that the farmers, they use their worst produce, so they're not really wasting food.
Okay.
It's stuff that wouldn't even be sold on
Okay,
the
that's
market.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just love the innovation. Like
Yeah.
these people aren't just sitting on their hands waiting for their market to improve. They're creating new businesses
Yeah.
with all the
That's
same
great.
stuff that they already had. Like goat yoga is really popular right now.
Yeah.
People do yoga with just goats walking around. And I guess it's mainly baby goats, and the baby goats love to play with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
But city regulators are getting in the way. But it's like, I mean,
And with the rockets too. I mean, it's a very American thing, just throw gunpowder on it.
yeah.
That's true.
You have a business.
Yeah, guys, so let's get into some questions.
Oh.
I haven't read the questions. Sometimes I've told you, Stokers, I prep them, and again, I did not. But we have 3 messages from this young lady, and here's the first one. I really need some advice on this, my fellow Stokers. So my freshman year of college, I was dating a guy who treated me like dog shit, so we finally broke up. One of my good friends from high school reconnected with me, and we began hanging out a lot more. We've been hanging out maybe once a week for like 2 years straight, and unfortunately, I caught the feelings, bro. The worst possible thing that could have happened has happened. I told my homie I had a huge thing for him, and I got the response of, "You just aren't my type." But this guy's the only guy I hook up with, and it's the same for him. He's kind of shy and doesn't talk to many girls he doesn't already know from high school. So we chill on the regular with the bros and have a great time throwing back brews. The only problem I have here is I text him constantly, like all times of the day, and he's not that big on texting constantly, but he's the only person I want to give my time to. After the usual, we always cuddle, and we both are super touchy-feely people. The way he looks at me and acts around me makes me think he does like me, but just doesn't want to tell me because the bros aren't the biggest fan of me. Stokers, what the fuck do I do?
This is a girl?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and she sent the same email a couple times, so
Oh, okay.
there's no
Okay.
follow-up. Yeah.
So are they hooking up?
I think they are hooking up, yeah. And,
Sounds like it, yeah.
And he's the only guy she's hooking up with, and she's the only girl he's hooking up with.
But he's telling her she's not his type, so okay.
I think if someone tells you that, you have to kind of listen to what they're saying. You know what I mean?
Agree.
And I think it sucks because you seem to really like the guy and you've been really patient with him, but I think there's probably somebody out there who's gonna be better for you and reciprocate the way you deserve.
Yeah, you don't have to force it. I know it's probably what she wants is to be with him, but you can't make someone do something they don't want to do, unfortunately. So I think I would just keep your options, stay open to whatever comes your way, and because I think there's someone better out there for her. So.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe develop some new interests so that all of her focus is not just with that group and hanging out with him.
Yeah.
Maybe find some new interests that takes her focus away a little bit. But
Yeah, I was
yeah.
listening to the question. I'm like, doesn't sound she's being treated that well.
yeah, I agree.
No, not at all.
By like this guy or the crew of dudes, because it's like they're like, she's like,
Yeah.
they're not a fan of me, and I was just listening to it. I was like, it sounds like you gotta like branch out. To,
Yeah.
like,
And she seems cool.
yeah, really cool.
And I think the more you can, like, not give this guy, like, so much power, I guess, over how you're feeling,
Right, yeah.
the more powerful you're gonna feel. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, saying no to this guy, like, when he wants to hang out and not hooking up with him is, I think, gonna be really good for your self-esteem. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
you'll know you're looking out for yourself.
I agree.
Yeah.
Maybe baby steps doing that, but
Yeah.
her self-confidence is just going to go down the tubes if she keeps following this guy. So I know it's hard, but maybe take baby steps, saying no sometimes.
Yeah.
Develop
Yeah.
some new interests, maybe meet some new people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think break out of the mindset that this is the only guy
Yeah.
there is,
Yeah.
because that's not true. And I think you can find a way better situation with someone who, you know, fills you with amp and froth instead of non-froth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What up, Chad and JT, and hopefully Strider? Absolute fire credenza. My lord, I'm sorry, Strider's not with us today, but we do have a wonderful guest. My
We do
GF
like
and
the
I have been
credenza.
dating. My GF and I have been dating for 4 years, and I'm thinking it's about time to pop the Q. I haven't looked too deeply into it, but I did some browsing for rings on the web at work with a friend. My GF and I live with one of my best bros from college, and everything is perfect, or so it seems. Recently, my work friend mentioned the ring shopping to my roommate. I had expected him to be stoked for me, as I consider him one of my closest friends. Not only was he not stoked, but he was pissed that I would consider proposing while we all live together. He said he will move out if I do so. His reasoning is personal discomfort and eternal third wheel. Do I let him dictate how I go about this huge stage in my life, or do I move forward with my plans and leave it to him to stay or go? Thanks, guys. Boom clap.
You have any thoughts?
I definitely try to talk to him more about the situation,
Mm-hmm.
the sitch, and I would go ahead with his plans and with his life. I mean, he can't let his roommate dictate his
Yeah.
life.
I just don't give in to threats.
Yeah.
I mean, this is your path, and if your roommate doesn't want to stick around because you want to get engaged, I mean, then good riddance.
Yeah, I think you gotta propose to your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your roommate being a sourpuss, I mean, it sucks. You want everybody to be on board with your big life decisions, but I mean, if he's a good dude, he's gonna come around. He's not gonna, like, telling you not to get married because he doesn't want to be a third wheel
Yeah.
Yeah.
is ridiculous.
That's it's sort of like a rom-com. If he was gonna propose and his roommate's like, if you propose, I'll move out, and then like,
Oh yeah, go ahead, dude. Propose to her, and I will move out, dog. I will leave, Chad.
what?
If you propose to Caroline, I'm out, dog. All right? I'm not gonna be playing second fiddle to her.
Caroline, do you hear what he's saying?
Yeah, she heard me, dude. She
You
totally
can't
heard
believe
me.
it. I can't believe it either. We can't move forward because of this dude.
I'm sick of it, dude.
Oh, man.
I come
Chad.
home, you guys have cooked dinner. There's never enough for me.
Oh, man.
Well, I cooked for two, dude.
Oh, how nice for you guys to have someone who cares about you. I'll just sit on the sidelines and watch you guys score touchdowns of love, dude.
Am I supposed to make you like a freaking, a egg quiche?
Look in my eyes, dude. What do you think my answer is?
You want the quiche?
Yeah, dude.
Well, she made the quiche.
If you
Chad.
propose to her, you better propose to me too, dog.
I think we have to go. I think we have to leave right now, Chad.
I can't leave this place.
I know, but he's giving you an ultimatum, and it
But
makes
he's
me
my
feel bad.
roommate. I can't
That's
leave
right,
him.
dude. I am your roommate, bro.
Well, maybe you
man.
could come around on this situation,
What? How dare you ask me to come around?
but I can't leave this apartment ever.
Hey, dude, why don't you just live forever in the sidecar of me and my wife's dank-ass fucking motorcycle? Excuse my language, Caroline.
Is that what you're saying to me?
Yes, dude.
What?
I'm drawing up a gross hypothetical that's basically a metaphor for what situation you're putting me into. And you know what, dude? I've turned down so many ladies so that we can maintain a perfect roommate relationship.
You
and-
turned down ladies?
Yeah.
Mom,
Yeah.
Mom, I want to get married, but
Hell yeah.
I want to get married, but my roommate won't let me.
Oh, man. Chad, you've got to move on with your life. I think we need to have
I
a...
can't leave my apartment, Mom. I can't leave my roommate behind, but he won't let me get married.
That's right, dude. Don't ever leave. Be here with me forever, dude.
God dang it. Well, I don't know what to do.
Well, I feel bad for JT. Let's find him somebody.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm in. I think you could, to go back to the dude, although that was the dude, I think you got to just talk to your roommate and be like, hey
Yeah,
man,
I think so too.
Like, I love you, but I think you're being a little bit unreasonable here. And
Yeah.
I'd really like it if you were excited for me. And maybe you can explain to me why you're not. And hopefully your roommate can be sincere when you ask him that. Yeah.
You want me to be the eternal third wheel, dude? Fuck that.
Yeah. No way, dude. I'm either number 2 or I'm out.
Yeah.
I will not settle for 3.
You proposed to me, too.
Sean, what do you think?
I just think there's some emotional work that needs to be done there.
Yeah.
Well
Right.
said.
And that can happen either on his own or with the help of, the dude asking the question.
So you think by proposing to the roommate, too?
It's not the
him.
option I would choose, but,
It is an option.
it is an option.
If that's what he wants.
This is from Victoria. Hey, Chad. Hey, JT. I'm in a bit of a sticky situation. My sister is getting married in a few weeks in Italy, and my whole gang is going there for it, but I'm deathly afraid of flying, especially over the Atlantic. It's an 8-hour flight. I've done it once, but it was almost 10 years ago, and since then I developed this crazy intense fear, and I'm not so stoked about this upcoming event. Do you guys have any tips for staying chill on long flights when really anxious? I also really want to give a quick shout out to my BF for turning me onto the pod. He's the best. Thank you so much. Keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Mom, you got this in the bag.
Oh, yeah.
Handle it.
A couple glasses of wine and a Xanax.
Be careful, though. Be careful mixing that stuff.
No, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
That's not a good
But those
prescription.
those
but
things do work.
They
Yeah.
do work,
I
yeah.
remember you gave me, when I flew to Australia, you gave me, the law.
Yeah.
But you gave me a Xanax for the flight. I had a glass of wine in LA and a
Oh,
Xanax.
that's right.
And I woke up in Sydney.
That's right.
I'm afraid of flying, and one time I was taking Xanax with my brother, like not with him, like but we were flying together.
Yeah.
And I kept taking it in little like quarter increments, and I was like, dude, it's not working. So I just kept taking quarters.
Yeah.
And then he dragged my lifeless body through LAX and we
Yeah.
finally landed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I woke up in my bed. I was like, how did I get here? He's like, dude, you passed out and we're not waking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an 18-hour flight. I slept the whole time.
But if you want some,
Don't tell anybody. I did that.
I guess. Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
got
no
them.
one's
I
gonna
got
hear
them
this.
from.
Yeah.
I got them from Froder.
Froder, you dirty dog.
Froder gave me Xanax.
I had a friend who passed
Froder.
away.
I made it up.
Oh.
A friend, I'm afraid of flying, and I got on a plane, and I was like, hey man, I was like young at the time, I wouldn't do this now. He's like, I was like, do you have anything to give me? He's like, yeah, just take one of these. I didn't even ask what it was. I wake up on the flight, I'm having a panic attack. I go sleep in the bathroom of the plane for like 30 minutes. Someone bangs on the door, I leave. I get into my seat, I'm sitting next to like a teenage girl and her dad. I take off my t-shirt where I'm sitting.
Oh, no.
And then the dad looks at me, and I thought he thought I was joking around. I go, I'm not kidding, dude. I was like, I'm not kidding. And then I moved all the fans onto my body.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, what did he give you?
He ended up telling me it was like some kind of tranquilizer or something. But
Oh,
it did
but-
not agree with me.
Oh, that's why. I thought you were panicked because you woke up flying.
No. I panicked from however, I'd never taken something like
It was
that.
drug induced.
Yeah. But so maybe if you want to try it without drugs, there's an app I use called Calm.
Yeah, that's a good app.
And they have like a flight meditation, and it's like hours long, so you can go in and out of that. And then another thing is like I'm really afraid of flying, and these stats don't always help me in the moment, but it's a 1 in 2.5 million chance that you will die flying. It is the safest form of travel, the most
That's
heavily
right.
regulated, and flying like 5 hours is as safe as a 12-mile drive, I think, in terms of your potential for
Yeah.
losing your life. So you're in,
It's really a
you're in good
safe
shape.
form of travel. And
Yeah.
I think the meditation is the best bet with noise canceling earphones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you do on the flight today?
Oh, I'm sort of fine with flying now. So
Do you meditate?
Good on you.
I actually close the window and bring a really trashy magazine.
Smart.
Just gossip
People?
magazine. Yeah. And I'll sit there and read
Yeah.
from the minute I get on the plane.
And you know what? I'm not afraid to tell the people who I'm flying next to that I'm afraid.
Yeah.
And I'll like, if I'm sitting next to them, I'll be like, look, I'm afraid of flying. And most of the time they'll grab your hand or they'll pat your
right.
back and they'll help you out. and that human-to-human contact can help a lot.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I fly with Chad, and he sees me like every time we hit turbulence.
Yeah.
My eyes just start beaming around the plane.
We'll be in different like aisles. And we'll hit turbulence, and I'll see his head pop up, like sort of like a gopher, just like. Like, what's up, dude?
Like a whack-a-mole.
I'm just
Like a whack-a-mole, yeah.
I'm just looking for other people who are afraid, because if there's someone more afraid than
Yeah.
me on the plane, it calms me down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
because I'm
yeah.
like, all right, they're kind of being.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm like,
so-
oh, you're being kind of crazy.
So
yeah.
if we were in like heavy turbulence and some like lady's like, oh, 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 would you be like super calm?
It would calm me down a little bit, yeah, because it sounds ridiculous. So I'm like, all right, but if I'm the most scared on the plane,
Yeah.
I don't want to be in that spot.
I'm the
Yeah.
opposite. If other people are scared, I'm like, oh fuck, I should be scared.
Well, I'm sure if we were going down or something, I would
No,
change my tune.
but
Yeah,
if people yell out during turbulence like, whoa, whoa, then I get really scared. I'm like, why are they freaking out?
I was on a flight to the Dominican Republic, and all the Dominican people on the plane, they cheer when they were cheering when they hit turbulence. They go, whoa, and they'd
Yeah.
clap and stuff.
Oh, they
and I
like
was
it.
like, cut it out. Yeah.
What do you guys have, a death wish?
Yeah. I was like, you think this is fun? Yeah. Take it
Oh,
serious.
it's an awful thing. I used to have a really bad anxiety about flying, and I'd look around when you're getting on the plane. I used to look around at all the people and think, "This is the last time I'm going to see these people."
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's 200,000 planes in the air at any given moment,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and all of them land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
The numbers are huge.
That's interesting to think about.
All right, last question. What up, council? I'm writing in because I have a major prob in my living situation. I currently posted up in a 2-bedroom apartment with my GF, my number one compadre, and his girlfriend. My problem is that my boy's girlfriend has the ass of a varsity linebacker, and I'm constantly trying not to be caught staring at it. I want to be respectful to my girlfriend and my dog, but that ass has a gravitational pull all its own. Do you guys have any tricks to keep my eyes loyal? I think you should try wearing something ridiculous at all times. I don't know. I think if you're always wearing something ridiculous, you won't even think about what other people are wearing or what they look like. You'll just be like thinking about how you're wearing like a sombrero.
Yeah. You'll
Yeah.
be
Oh, yeah.
so embarrassed that you can't admire her ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was picturing him writing this, and his buddy's just like, hey, what are you writing, dude? He's like, oh, it's a question into a podcast, and it's my buddy's girlfriend's ass has a gravitational pull.
Right.
But yeah, dude, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Oh,
That's you have stumbled onto man's kryptonite, and I would associate a negative thought with looking at it. You know, like maybe like think of like in the apocalypse. If you're like, if I look at this, the earth will end.
And look, everybody slips up,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
just try to just catch yourself. Just be self-aware.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just,
Yeah.
you know, there's going to be moments where it goes there, and then you just got to yank your head the other direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to yank it.
Yeah. I mean,
your head.
Yeah. I mean,
The other
understand that you're a human being, and you know this is in your biology. I tried to abbreviate, but didn't work. This is in your biology, and you know it's a natural response. But like JT is saying, you know, just finesse your mind, work it out so that when you start doing it, you just whip it back. And play the song "Whip It" a lot too.
Yeah. And work on your own butt.
Right.
Get
Good
your
call.
own butt to crush on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a good point.
Build
Yeah.
up your butt through squats, and then take a gander at that.
Yeah.
Have a better butt.
Mom, do you have any thoughts?
No, I think what you guys are saying is great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you ever like stare at like another golden retriever sometime? And does Luna get upset?
Yeah. Sometimes that happens. I'll look into the eyes of another golden retriever, and Luna will.
Does she just?
Yeah, she'll
Explode.
come over. Put her nose right in my face. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Chad, who is your beef of the week?
My beef of the week is with Subway's lack of B rooms. Guys, I don't know if you've been to a Subway recently. We went today. I got a salad. Do not worry, Stokers. I did not eat bread. I ate a salad with chicken. Mom can. I
Yes.
got proof right here.
Yes, you did.
Mom's my alibi. Right?
Right, you did. Absolutely.
Thanks. I got a chicken salad, and I had to pee, and because I had just downed a full bottle of water, and it's sustainable, not plastic. Just checking all the boxes here.
Yeah.
And I really had to, drain my lizard. Sorry, Mom. And Subway has no bathrooms. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a Subway recently, but every time I go, a lot of times when I'm on a road trip, I always forget, and I'm like, oh, there's a Subway. I'll go to the bathroom. No bathroom. And I just want to know, what's Subway's deal? Do they just not recognize this part of human life that sometimes we have to go to the bathroom? I mean, they're serving Diet Coke. That's a diuretic, People are going to have to pee. I mean, you serve big-ass soda cups of Diet Coke. And you're not going to give a sanctuary for people to drain their hogs? It just really rubs me the wrong way. I don't know what's going on. And I don't have to talk about their other
misdeeds.
Their other,
Yeah, like they had straws there. I was surprised.
Oh, good call. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Dude, they have so much dirty laundry. And the fact that they don't have bathrooms, I mean...
Oh, that's really bad.
It just keeps getting worse and worse for Subway, so check yourselves.
Mrs. Kroger, what's your beef of the week?
My beef of the week is people that give you the finger when you're driving and you don't deserve it.
Well said.
I hate it when people give me the finger when I'm driving because I'm doing my best.
Right.
And they're so mean.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do it back because then I feel terrible.
No, you're more honorable.
Yeah. So, I mean, it just seems to have gotten so much worse with angry drivers and even people walking across the street will give you a finger if they're looking at their phone.
Yeah.
And somehow you're in their way or something and they'll give you the finger. I don't know. It just seems like resorting to the bottom of the pile.
Yeah. It's low-hanging fruit.
Right.
It's the easiest way to go.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your most common response?
I usually wave and smile.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You know what I've been doing too sometimes?
What?
Is I'll give someone the middle finger, but I'll be smiling so they know I'm upset at them, but that it's not like I'm not angry. I'm just like, hey, for right now you're my enemy, but I still respect you.
Yeah.
I still
That's
respect
good.
my enemy.
That's good.
Like this, like, hey, had to do it to you.
That's really
I
good.
had to
What
do
do
it
you
to
do,
you.
Chad?
I just laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like...
That's a good
But
one.
I like moms that you just wave and smile. It's so just like... Because they could think that you just don't get it.
I
You're
know.
like, oh, thank you. So they're like, no, that's not what I was... That's not my intention. I was not
Right.
trying to be friendly with you.
That's right.
And
Like
you're
you're
just
from a different planet.
Yeah. You're just like, no.
They're like, no, here on Earth,
Yeah.
when I do this, it means you're in trouble.
No,
You're
I'm-
like, no, I don't understand that.
I'm saying F you, okay? That's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say here.
No, don't smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom's the goddess of Stokes, so
Hey,
she's
guys.
just like, I don't even understand that language.
Yeah. Love that.
Nice work.
You guys are delightful.
What's your beef?
My beef is kind of I wrote this beef before we knew you were going to be on, Mrs. Kroger. So it's about a bad addictive habit that I have that is kind of gross. But as a lot of you stokers know, I've had my battles with porn, and I've been porn free for stretches. But I was embarrassed. My beef is with myself for not being totally honest about it, because I'm in a program for it, which is anonymous, but I just want to say that I do it. But I'm actually in my program now. I'm allowed to watch a little bit a week, and I still try not to, but I wanted to keep it real with the stokers, because I get messages where people are like, dude, you inspired me not to watch it anymore, and I appreciate that and I respect that, and stay the course. But if I'm being totally candid, sometimes I still watch some, but I try to keep it limited. And hey, in time I might go back to 0, because it might turn out that this is untenable. But I don't want to judge my own situation and be like, I have to be one way, or I'm going to be like letting people down or whatever, or it's not going to seem like I'm really trying. But that's where I'm at right now. So that's what's up, stokers.
I think that's great. You can't be too hard on yourself about those things.
Right.
Having a either or situation puts a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah, I worried, but if I'm ever talking to someone who's like in Alcoholics Anonymous or something, like, I haven't had a drink in 20 years, then they're like, so you're sober? And I'm like, well, actually, I watch like a little bit, and then
Yeah.
they're like, oh, so you have like 3 vodka sodas a week? Like, it's like a different kind of sobriety. Yeah.
Well,
Which I know sounds wonky to a lot of people.
Well, it is a little.
Yeah.
That's a little more difficult because like, not having a drink, it's not attached to your body.
Right. Well, that's what they say.
Sorry, mom.
No,
They say your crack pipe's attached to your body.
Yeah. So it's, and working in absolutes, I've found is like, it's too much stress.
yeah,
Yeah.
You need to be forgiving.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because then if you're like no carbs completely or something like that, then I feel like that causes more stress than just trying to stay healthy, but knowing that I can enjoy myself a little bit too. I think
yeah. Forgive yourself.
Yeah. Don't hate yourself if you're not perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm still heading due north. Like I'm in a good direction.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
live by the Tao Te
Yeah.
Ching,
Oh yeah,
the middle way,
that's right.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
the balance. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
No, you don't go to the extremes.
Yeah.
Stay right in the middle.
Really good one.
Chad, who is your babe of the week?
Oh, my baby Louie's my mom.
Was that
Aw,
before
honey.
or?
Oh yeah, actually.
honey.
That's nice.
Yeah. Mom, you're the best.
Oh,
The goddess of Stoke. You and JT's mom, the goddesses of Stoke. And
that's really nice.
yeah, I'm just pumped that you're visiting this weekend and we can, watch some movies, have some popcorn,
Corn?
and just crack
M&Ms?
some jokes. M&Ms, Diet Coke,
You bet.
and just crack some jokes.
That's gonna be great.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Miss Kroger, who's your babe of the week?
My babes of the week are Leo and Brad.
Oh,
Nice.
Just saw their movie. It was great.
you loved it?
I loved
Chad
it.
loved it.
I loved it. Yeah.
I loved it too.
That's great.
Yeah.
They are some babes.
A lot of eye candy there.
Oh, mom. Oh, dude. Come on.
My babe of the week is De'Aaron Fox. He's a basketball player from the Sacramento Kings. There's a clip of him online that's really funny where he's running a basketball camp for youngsters, and he's picking his team, and this one kid's like, De'Aaron, please pick me. He's like, you got a Steph Curry basketball. You brought a Steph Curry basketball to my camp? He's like, I'm not picking you. And then I was like, oh, that's pretty hilarious. And then the kid's like, please, I've been a fan of yours my whole life. And then De'Aaron Fox just goes, you ain't been alive that long. And I just love, like, I know I complained about when Shaq was rude to me, but and then I watched another clip of DeMarcus Lawrence not signing a kid's autograph because he was wearing the wrong jersey. And I don't know why I like it, but there was like a Schadenfreude part of me that was like, it's pretty funny that these athletes like don't turn it off and that
Yeah.
they're competitive even with like little kids.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's
funny.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just cracked me up.
Those responses are pretty.
And
quick
they were
and
they were,
funny.
they were
Yeah.
witty too.
Yeah. You're not old enough.
Yeah, DeMarcus
Yeah.
Lawrence just kept walking by this kid. This guy's, please. He goes, get a different jersey, kid. And just keeps walking. Yeah. Chad, who's your legend of the week?
My legend of the week is rock climber Tommy Caldwell. I recently watched the documentary The Dawn Wall. Guys, check it out. It's pretty awesome. The Dawn Wall.
Did Nick tell you to watch that? My voice just cracked.
Nice. Congrats.
Thank you.
Nick told me to watch it, and so did Jess, the hairdresser.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
What's it called again?
The Dawn Wall.
Okay.
DAWN. So it's the part of El Capitan in Yosemite. It's like the impossible side
Oh.
that no one's ever climbed before, and he's the first with this. Who's the other guy he climbed with? He and this other guy. They were the first to climb the Dawn Wall, but he's just like Alex Honnold. Alex Honnold's the guy who did El Capitan without a rope, free solo. But Tommy Caldwell, he has a super interesting background. He's been through a lot. He was in a hostage situation in Kyrgyzstan and had to kill one of his captors, although I heard that 15 years later they discovered that the guy lived. But it was a heavy burden for him to carry around that he was with his girlfriend at the time. They were taken hostage because they were rock climbing there, and then one of the captors went to go do something. So this other guy, he was walking with them along a ridge, and Tommy shoved him off the side so they can escape.
Whoa.
So they could escape. Yeah. On top of that, he climbed with Kevin Jorgensen on the Dawn Wall. So, on top of that, he went through a heavy divorce. He cut off half of his index finger, but he persevered and he kept climbing. And now he is one of the top climbers in the world, and he was the first to ascend the Dawn Wall
Did he lose his finger climbing or because of the divorce?
No,
Yeah.
neither.
Okay.
He was doing some housework,
Oh.
and it was on a table saw.
Oh.
Which and you watch him climbing without half of his finger. You're like, and he's
Oh.
better now apparently.
Right.
So he just persevered through that and has half a finger, and he's still rock climbing. And if you watch the documentary, you'll see some of the holds they have.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like their fingertips.
I can't even imagine the strength you have to have in your fingers to
It's
do that.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
One of the greatest
Yeah.
guitarists ever, Django Reinhardt, was
Oh,
missing a
yeah.
couple fingers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Django.
Yeah.
I think that's an injury where you're able to, if you use your hands for a living, maybe your brain is just like, we have to overcome this.
Yeah, I think
And
the
you'll-
limitation, the rest of your body adapts and
Yeah.
builds itself stronger.
Yeah, because his friends were saying that he got even better at rock climbing
Wow.
afterward. But you'll watch these clips of him on the dawn wall climbing it, and it's these tiny holds, and half a finger missing. You're like, how
Wow.
the fuck?
Amazing.
It's
Yeah.
literally like they're hanging out. It's like basically like flat wall, and they're just finding these little cracks in there just to like hang on to.
Amazing.
It's really inspiring to watch, and definitely a tearjerker in the end. But
Mm. Wow.
because he makes it, so it's inspiring. Tommy Caldwell, what up? You're a legend.
Mr. Kroger, who's your legend of the week?
Well, that would be Chad and JT.
Oh, thank you, Mom.
Of course. Are you kidding? You guys are the best.
Thank you.
You raise my stoke all the time.
Thanks.
That's nice. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so proud
Thank
of you
you.
guys.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Mama.
appreciate
Yeah.
it. Well, your support, and also not just emotionally, but also artistically. A lot of the Stokers might not
Yeah.
know this, but you're like the #1 person we go to for notes on like
thanks.
our
On
city
videos.
council speeches and on our videos.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah, and you've
Oh.
always had really great instincts for what works for us
Oh,
and
thanks.
what we should lead with.
Yeah. I,
That's humbling. Thank you.
every time I write a speech, I run it by her first. You always give the best notes.
And when I'm talking to Chad and we're like kind of like at a artistic impasse or something, I'm like, "Did you check with your mom yet?"
Yeah, she really does text me that.
It's so much
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm honored that you ask.
Yeah.
You
Well,
guys.
It really
It's
helps
fun.
and we
It's
appreciate
a lot
it.
of fun.
Thank
Yeah.
you. My legend of the week, I want to do two because the finger being cut off thing reminded me of a really great football player, Ronnie Lott, maybe the best defensive back in history, who one time had to leave a game and they said, well, if you want to go back in, we'd have to cut off part of your finger. And he said, okay. And he
Whoa.
literally sacrificed half a digit to finish the game.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, and I think it's that commitment that made him a 4-time Super Bowl champion. And just imagine how intimidating that is if you're on the other team. They're like, oh, I thought Ronnie was out of the game. They're like, no, he decided to cut off his finger so he could still hit you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
I know like people who played with him who said like he changed their entire perspective on football.
Yeah.
And then my other legend of the week is another football player, and I think he's one of the most underrated athletes of all time. It's Bullet Bob Hayes, who was a 4-time Pro Bowler. Took a long time to get into the Hall of Fame. Unfortunately, didn't get in until after he passed, which always bums me out. But what really makes him special is that he was the 100-meter champion at the Olympics, gold medal champion, fastest man in the world. Then he transitions from that sport to football, though he played in college, and he ends up being wonderful at football. And a lot of track stars don't do well at football because it's not about straight line speed. You got to have hips, you got to have hands, you got to have awareness, and he had all those skills too. So I think when we talk about like Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders, we also need to throw Bullet Bob Hayes in there. So
Oh,
that's
great name,
my
too.
legend.
Nice.
Nice.
We'll keep it moving. Chad, what's your quote of the week?
My quote of the week, I don't have one yet.
Do you want me to circle back?
Yeah, Mom, what's a movie we watched
Oh,
together a lot? The Patriot?
what about Mary?
Hilarious movie.
I'm thinking maybe I'll go with The Patriot.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What does he say to Jason Isaacs? Before this war is over, I will stand over your dead body or something like that.
Yeah. Colonel Tabington.
I always love lines like that. I love a good threat. Sean, you got a quote of the week?
Gosh, you might have to circle back on
I'll
me
circle
too.
back. I can do mine real quick if you guys
Yes.
don't mind. All right, so mine is from this wonderful documentary I watched last night called American Factory on Netflix. It's about the Chinese actually building a factory in America, and you get to watch the integration of their workers with our workers. And this is a early scene. It's at like the 8-minute mark where the one of the supervisors for the Chinese is kind of giving the Chinese people a breakdown on Americans. So he goes, all right, we need to get to know Americans. It's like a PowerPoint presentation. There's like 100 workers in there. And it'll take me a while to get through this. But he goes, America is a place to let your personality run free. This really made me appreciate America and think about us with the view from 30,000 feet. As long as you're not doing anything illegal, you're free to follow your heart. You can even joke about the president. Nobody will do anything to you. America's cars are big and huge, very comfortable. This represents the American sense of casualness. They don't place a heavy importance on outfits and attire. If you travel in Europe in the summertime and you see someone walking in front of you, if he's wearing shorts, vests, and sports shoes, they must be an American. Americans say what they are thinking directly. They don't hide anything. They are very obvious. Kind of a burn. Everything is practical and realistic. They dislike abstraction and theory in their daily lives. Time is limited today, so I won't keep going. The list here is really long. Yeah, so when the Chinese supervisor had to do a breakdown of what America's like for, and he has to make it relatable to the people he's talking to, so maybe it also has to do with their culture as well, because that's maybe the stuff that matters to them. But I thought that was a really interesting way to describe American life.
I like it.
That was good.
Chad, what is your quote of the week?
My quote of the week comes from The Patriot. Heath Ledger goes to Mel Gibson. I'm not a child. You're my child.
Dude, you found the best line from the movie. Yeah. Because the way Mel Gibson shakes when he says it, too.
Yeah.
He's, like, powerful, but he's scared, too. He's like, you're my child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
good
really good.
Thanks.
Do you have your quote of the week?
Yeah, I do. It's from Picasso, actually.
Oh, nice.
Dude, my favorite.
Yeah. The chief enemy of creativity is good sense,
Gotta be a little wacky.
and it takes a long time to become young, which I think
Oh,
is really good when you're
nice.
doing creative work.
I love that.
Kanye West said, he's like, on my first album, I was 11 years old. On my second album, I was like 9 years old. And he's
Yeah.
like, I'm trying to get younger with each
Yeah.
album.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, my favorite album will be 2 years old.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's hilarious.
Sean, do you have a quote?
I mean, I got one I've been sitting on for a long time. I went to music school. I'm a huge fan of Joni Mitchell,
Nice.
and I had this
Yeah.
quote in my phone for a long time, and it's part of an interview where she's talking about pop culture and music and pop culture in the current time, and she says something about relationships and how they're portrayed in music that caught my eye a while ago, and so I'm gonna go with that. But she says, surrounded by this shallow, glossy society, we develop a shallow side too, and we become attracted to fluff. That's reflected in the fact that this culture sets up an addiction to romance based on insecurity. The uncertainty of whether or not you're truly united with the object of your obsession is the rush people get hooked on. And as a songwriter, I find myself like I don't know, I can only write songs about like my relationships. So I feel like I kind of live in that headspace a lot, where I'm kind of like prodding at, how, like, listening to popular music now, and I hear people say things in their music that pertain to relationships, and I'm like, I don't know if you should be perpetuating that kind of idea. I can get like really, purist about it.
Yeah, so you don't think music has to be that way? It's not in the DNA of music that it has to be about that kind of like illusory.
I don't know,
love.
because there's two sides to me. There's like the pure side of me, and then there's the humanist that just says like, if people connect to it, then it's
real.
then it's important.
Right.
So a lot of that is just me like being, the pure side of me is just like, don't talk about these sorts of things. You're perpetuating, bad behavior that, if we could rid ourselves of as a society, we'd be moving forward at a faster rate. But yeah, I don't know. I love Joni Mitchell. So when she said that, I was
That's
just
a
like,
beautiful
Yeah,
quote.
that is.
It's a little bit of a chicken or an egg thing too. Is it like, does the music make us feel that way?
Right,
about love, Or
exactly.
does the way we feel about love make us like that music?
such a valid point.
Yeah. Well, I think that was beautiful.
Mhm.
I think we don't have time to do the other stuff, so
Yeah, I think. I think we got to roll.
I did have a review that I wanted to.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right here. So here's a review of the week from Just Happy to Be. Love the pod. I recently read a few things that made me think of the dank cast. Arthur Schopenhauer once wrote, one should use common words to say uncommon things. And Cyrus the Great, a.k.a. the King of Persia, wrote, diversity in council, unity in command.
Wow.
That was a review?
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Super informative.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Very awesome.
Well,
Well, you were very awesome.
yeah,
Oh.
Mom,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Thank you for stopping in.
Thank you, guys. It was just
fun.
a total pleasure.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
On my
Oh, of
end, too, I had
course.
such a great time talking
Yeah.
with you. Yeah.
This is awesome.
Thanks.
Thank
guys.
you.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. Episode 90 something. And wow.
Boom clap. Sean, thank you.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And
Sean.
next up is the dads.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
And then as always, we're brought to you by UCI Baseball. They should call it UC Newport Beach because it's right there. If you can swing or throw, that's the place to go.
And Douglas Lube, of course. Stay looby. Sorry, we
Stay
can't-
looby.
All right, thanks, guys. I gotta record a mid-roll.
Oh yeah. Okay.
If you need advice, these guys